Hello students, welcome back. Welcome to the Triveni Memorial Senior Secondary School online classes. Today we are going to start the next session, that is formatting data in a spreadsheet. In the last class we have learned that spreadsheet is a worksheet in MS Excel which consists of the rows and columns in the form of a table in which the data values can be entered, and we can enter three types of values in a worksheet, that is your numbers, numeric data, labels, text or the combination of text and numbers, and the formulas. Now the basic topic in this session is formatting. Basically, formatting means changing the appearance of the text, that is by changing the style, bold, italic, underline, by changing the font or by changing the font size or by changing the alignment, that is the positioning of the text on a sheet. So this is the common formatting which is done with the help of Home tab and the font group. Here you can see in the figure we have the Home tab and here we have the font group. It consists of the different options like the text can be made bold, italic or underline. The color can be filled in the text or the size can be changed or the alignment can be changed from left, right, center and justify. Now the next topic is using the dialog box to format the values. Apart from formatting the values, that is the text, you can make changes in the format of the values with the help of format cell dialog box. Now formatting, when we talk about, suppose you are at your home, so you are in your casual clothes, but when you go to any birthday party of your friend or you go to any marriage or any function, you wear some different clothes that make you look beautiful, that enhance your ability to look beautiful. So what happens is, there we are doing the formatting. So whatever we are making the changes is there to enhance our look, the same changes we make in the data, that is we make the data look beautiful by making it, by doing the formatting in that. Okay, so here we have in MS Word we used to format only the text by doing the font change, font size changes, alignment changes and many other such things. And in Excel we format the values using the format cells dialog box. Now you should know that where is this format cells dialog box in MS Excel. This is in the number group. Here we have the Home tab and here we have the number group at the right side. In the number group you will see a dialog box launcher. This is a small arrow. As soon as you click on this small arrow, the format cell dialog box will open and it will show you so many categories. Now the first topic is formatting a range of cells with the decimal places. Now all of you must know that numbers in the Excel are presented in different formats in MS Excel. By default the numbers are expressed in the journal format, like we are writing 100 or 2000, something like that. So the number will appear the same as we entered. But if we want to make the changes in the appearance, then we can format a cell or a range of cell with the decimal places. For example, here we have a sheet. Here we have a sheet. So here what will happen is, we have in the sheet we have the months, we have the expenses, all are the integer values. So suppose we are creating a sheet of two sections of the school and we want to calculate the percentage. Some of the student may have got 90.6, any other child may have got 82.666, any other child may have got 81.2 something. So what will happen is, all the students have after the decimal places, that is after the decimal, not equal number of digits. We want that after the decimal there should be uniformity in the percentage, either that should be 2 digits or there should be 3 digits, but all the students should have the equal number of decimal digits after the decimal. And that to make that uniformity, we just format the data with the help of the decimal ranges. Now what you have to do in this case is, you have the data, you can select one cell or you can select a range of cells on which you want to perform the formatting. So after doing the formatting, what you have to do in this case is, so what you are going to do in this case is, select the cell or a range of cell and then click on the format button in the cells group on the Home tab. The option here is format button in the cells group in the Home tab, and from there you will choose the option format cell from the drop down list. Second option is, you will go to the Home tab, you will go to the number group and you will go to the number format box. Or the third option is that you will go to the Home tab, from there you will click on the dialog box launcher which I just told you just back. So these are the three options from where this format cell dialog box can be opened very easily. So this is the one. This is the format cell dialog box. This is given in your books also as explained in the class. So what you have to do here is you have to just select the cell or a range of cells in your sheet. Then you have to click on the number tab here. You will find so many tabs here, that is your number tab, alignment tab, font tab, so many tabs are there. So you have to click on the number tab, which is the very first tab, and then from the categories shown you have to just click on the number category. The category which is highlighted here is the general category. Below this second number is the number category. Click on that one. As soon as you click on the number category, this side you will see it is written decimal. So here you have to just increase or decrease the number of decimal places, and then accordingly the data in the sheet will change. Suppose you have taken 3 and your data typed is 100, so it will become 100.000. Remember, after choosing any of the decimal places, click here as OK, right? Next we have is formatting a range of cells as labels. Now what is a label basically? Label is the data which is taken as a text. So here what we have is text, the data which cannot be treated as a numeric value. Here we have a sheet, it consists of roll number, name, mobile number and pin code. Though we have the numeric data in the columns roll number, mobile number and pin code, but in this case what is happening is here all the three columns have the data as the numeric values, and formula need not be applied on these values as they will not be required for the calculations. So we want that all should be treated as labels, that is the text values or a combination of text or numeric values. How this can be done? One thing more which you need to just understand here is, now you can see here that the name column is there. So the name column which has been taken, the text is to the left side, and the roll number, mobile number and pin code, they are to the right side, starting from the right side. So first of all you will select the range of cells here. After selecting the range of cells this side, what you have to do is you have to right click and select the format cells option. Right click on this sheet and you have to click on the format cells option. After clicking on the format cells option, this dialog box will open up, this dialog box, and from there in the category, from the number tab, there are so many categories. You have to choose the category as the text. Which category? Text, and click on OK. As soon as you click on OK, you will see the difference. Here the sheet will be changed like this: roll number, mobile number and pin code. All the numbers which were starting from the left side will shift to the right side, which will specify that now the data is being treated as a label. Clear? So this is formatting the range of cells as labels. Next we have is formatting the data as scientific. Now what is the meaning of scientific? Sometimes we have a large range of value and in the decimal places, like I write here 0.00014, here it is, and I want to write it in the scientific form like this, because like this it is not readable or it becomes little complex to read. So I want to write it like this. So what you have to do is, here at the top in the sheet you can see it is written 0.000014. So we will select this cell, in the cell which is in which the data is there. Then right click and select the format cells option, and the format cell dialog box opens. So this format cell dialog box will open. Then you have to click on the number tab. Okay, so number tab we are using everywhere. First we are just selecting the range of cells, and then we are just right clicking and selecting the format cell option, which is common in all the formatting. Then the format cell dialog box will open. Then you have to click on the number tab. After clicking on the number tab, we have to go to the category, and which category we have to take? We have to take the scientific category and click on OK. Clear class? So only the difference is in the category, rest all the options you will find is same. When you will do the practical of this one, you will be able to understand these concepts more. Okay, so here you will see that the data is getting changed, and here you will see that it will show you this thing. It will show you this 1.40 E and 09. E here stands for 10, which is the base for the power. Clear? Now next we have is formatting a range of cells as date and time. Sometimes we want to type the date in a particular format and the time in a particular format. So for that also we can do the formatting in MS Excel. Again you have to do the same thing. Suppose you have written the date like this 3/1/1990. So you can just select this range or select the particular cell, then right click and choose the format cells option, and then when the box opens you have to click on the number tab again, and from the category you will choose which category? Date category, right? In the date you will see so many options. This type of date will be there where month will be written first, like Thursday, March 1, 1990, day, then month, then date, and then year. This way you can take, or simply 3/1/90, that is 1 or 2 digits of month or year. Okay, so you can choose any of the format of the date and click on OK. That format will be applied. Next is our selecting a range of cells as time. So as we have done with the date, same is the case with the time also. So what we have to do in this case is, here you have to just click on the different formats. First of all, suppose you have written the date as 9:45. So what you are going to do is right click on the format cells option. The format cell dialog box will appear. Again you have to click on the number tab, and after clicking on the number tab you have to just click on the category section and select the required format from the time. From the category section you will choose the category time and select the required format of the time. Like if you have typed 9:45, there will be various formats like 9:45:00, that is hours, minutes, seconds, or sometimes hours and minutes and AM or PM with it. So whatever category you choose, that category will be applied and it will be shown to you on the screen after clicking on the OK button. Clear? After that we have the next as formatting the alignment of a cell range. We have learnt about the 4 types of formatting till now. That first was the decimals, second was our labels, third was our scientific value, and fourth one was date and time. Now we are moving on to formatting the alignment of a cell range. That is, whatever the data is there in a cell, where it should be aligned. It should be in the center of the cell, or left side, or right side, or top, or bottom. So based upon the categorization, we have 2 categories of alignment in a cell or a range of cell, that is horizontal and vertical. Horizontal will help us to align the data from left to right side. It also has the different options. Similarly, the vertical alignment will help us to align the data from top to bottom. It also has some different options. Let us learn them. Okay, when we are going to learn about the alignment in the horizontal manner, so we have the different types of alignment as left, center, right, fill, and justify. So when we are talking about the left alignment, it aligns the data to the left of the cell, and when we are talking about the right alignment, it aligns the data to the right side of the cell, and in the center one, it will align the data in the center of the cell. And what the fill option will do, it will fill the complete cell. That is, there will be no space left to the right side or the left side. The full cell will be complete with the data, that is whether it is a numeric data or a text data, whatever you have entered. And justified option we have learned in the alignment in MS Word also, that is equal margin from both the sides of a page. And when we are talking about the justified option in the cell, it means it has equal margin from both the sides in a particular cell. Right or left से थोड़ा थोड़ा space देके equal space, and rest of the space is filled with the data which you have entered. Okay, so this is about the horizontal alignment. And here we have the vertical alignment, where it will be present in the format cell dialog box, in the number tab, under the category. Here we have the alignment tab. Number tab was for the earlier formatting. When we are doing the alignment, we have the second tab which is known as the alignment tab. And while clicking on the alignment tab, you will see 2 options. One is horizontal, which we have discussed just now, and one is the vertical, which we are discussing. It has 3 options: top, center, bottom. So what the top option will do, it will align the content at the top of the cell. What the center option will do is vertically center the content of the cell. That is, from up to down, the data will be in the center, and bottom will align the content at the bottom of the cell. Okay, So these are the three options. As per your requirement, you can make the changes. As soon as the changes are made, just click on the OK button and you will notice the changes in the alignment of the text. Clear class? After that, we have the next option as the fill handle. So fill handle allows the user to extend and fill a series of numbers or a series of numbers or some dates or some text, so that you do not have to type the same thing again and again. It reduces the complexity, it increases the efficiency of the data, and it is there at the black box at the bottom right corner of the cell. That is whatever is the active cell. You can see the picture here. This is our active cell, and here you can see that this is active cell with the rectangular black color box highlighted, and below the cell at the bottom right side you see a small dot, black color dot. This is known as fill handle. You have to keep the mouse pointer here, left button you have to press, keep the mouse pointer and drag it downwards, and it will fill it automatically. Let us see it with the help of a worksheet. So here we have entering the data using the fill handle. So what we are doing in this case is we have entered in the cell A1, that is 2, and in the A2 we have entered as 4. Now you can see here that when we have entered the data 2 and 4, below this you will see a small dot here. You have to just keep the mouse pointer here and drag it downwards till whatever you want the values to come. Okay, so what will happen is you have to first select the two cells, then you have to drag. So 6, 8, 10, 12 जहाँ तक भी आप drag करेंगे that thing will come down till 24. अभी it has come till 24. We have dragged till the row 12. So that is why the value has come till 24. Suppose you want to drag it more, so the values will keep on coming till the time you keep on dragging. So this is known as fill handle. Let us revise it once again. Fill handle is a feature in MS Excel which helps you to enter a series of data or a series of numbers or months. It reduces the complexity and increases the efficiency of the data values in a table, and it makes our work easier of automatically entering the data. Next we have is copying the formula with fill handle. Now in the earlier case what we have done is we have taken two values and dragged it till downwards. So in that case what happens is the single value is getting copied after a gap of a particular time. But what if we want to copy the formula? Suppose here is a worksheet, and here you can see in this worksheet there are different columns: name, roll number, marks of 3 subjects of the different students, and then the total marks. So we have discussed different functions in the last session, that is sum we have discussed, which is used to calculate the total. So here you can see in the sheet, when we will see in the sheet, you see here roll number 4, name is Arun, and English, Science, Maths. We have 3 subjects marks. We have calculated the total and we have got the total marks as 263. Now this marks we have for calculation use the sum function which is shown to you in the formula bar. Okay, so this formula bar में the function is there. This was used in this cell also, where the answer 263 is coming. Whenever you type a formula, it starts with an equal to sign, and after calculating that one you press the enter key, so the value comes, but the formula is still there in the formula bar. So here we have two things, that is if you click again where the number 263 is written or typed, you will see the formula there. So what happens is, if I want that in my next cells, that is the marks of the other students should be displayed automatically without me calculating it. So what we can do in this case is, we can just go to this place and we can just activate the cell, the first cell, and you will see a small dot at the bottom right corner of that particular cell, and you have to drag it downwards till the place where you want to find out the total marks, and then you will see that automatically the formula has been copied to the other cells with the cell addresses being changed, and the total marks are calculated with the help of the fill handle only. I hope these topics are clear to you. In this session we have learned about the different topics. Let us revise them once again. We have learned that what is a spreadsheet. We have learned what is the common formatting and the formatting in MS Excel. That is, when we are talking about the formatting in Excel, we can have the formatting on the range of cells using the decimal places. We can have the formatting using the labels. We can have the formatting using the scientific values, and we can have the formatting with the date and time. After that, the next topic we have learned is with the help of the alignment tab. The earlier formatting was based on the number tab based on the various categories. Then we have learned about the alignment tab, in which we have learned that alignment can be horizontal or vertical, and it can also have the sub options based upon the requirement of the data needed in a cell. Okay. After that, we have learned about the fill handle, which is a very important feature of MS Excel, which help us to enter a series of data in a form automatically. After that, the next topic was copying the formula, that is, we can copy the single values as well as the formulas in the Excel. That is, if we have taken the sum formula once, we can take the same sum formula or the average formula or any other formula by copying it to other cells using the fill handle options. I hope now this session is clear to you. Let us move on to the question answers of this session. So the first question is, name the different tabs available in format cells dialog box. When we have learnt about the format cells dialog box, we have worked upon the name tab, we have worked with the alignment tab. Along with that, there are so many other tabs. Just do this practically and see which are the different tabs available. Number and alignment tab is there, phone tab is also there. Rest of the alignment tabs, rest of the tabs you just see practically in MS Excel and write down their names in your notebooks. Second question is, how can you format a range of cells with the decimal values? We have learned that when we need to format a range of cells with the decimal values, first we need to select the range of cell, then right click on that range and choose the format cells option. After choosing the format cells option, the format cell dialog box will appear, and as soon as the dialog box appears, you have to click on the number tab and then you have to click on the this number category. After clicking on the number category, at the right side in the same dialog box, you will see the decimal places option. You can increase or decrease the value as per your requirement and then click on the OK button. So this is the way how the range of cells with the decimal places can be formatted. Next is, how do you enter date and time in an Excel sheet? Again, first we have to select the range of cells and right click on that range of cells or the particular cell and click on the format cells option. As soon as the format cell dialog box appears, we have to click on the date category and then we have to choose the required date format and click on OK. And same is the case with the time. First select the cell, right click on it, choose the format cells option, then the format cell dialog box opens and from the number tab choose the time category and choose the required format of time as per your requirement and then click on the OK button. So the required format will be applied on the time. Next we have is question number 4, that is, write the steps for converting the numeric data into labels. So first we need to select the range of cells, then we need to right click on the range of cells and then we have to choose the format cells option, and after that the format cell dialog box will open up. Then we have to just go to the number tab and choose the text option. This way our whole numeric data will be taken as labels. The last question of this session is, what is the use of fill handle? As we have discussed, that fill handle is used to put the series of values or the text in a particular format, that is, automatically a series of values or text can be entered. So this is the working of the fill handle. You can just give one example also, like if you write January, February, select the two cells and drag the fill handle downwards, it will automatically type all the other months of the year till the place or till the cell where we drag it. So this session is complete. We have discussed the question answers also. Complete the question answers in your notebook. Now we have the activity part of this session. Now the activity part says, type the following data in your worksheet and try to apply the formatting effects which have been done till now. So in the worksheet we have name, location, date of birth and percentage in 10. So in this case you can just make use of the decimal formatting in the percentage column. You can make use of the label formatting in the DOB, that is the date of birth column, and you can make other changes as per your requirement, whatever the formatting we have discussed in different columns. So try this activity practically, learn more and more by doing the concepts practically. So that practical application now, clicking on the home tab, going to the number group and clicking on the small arrow, that is the dialog box launcher. By default the general category is selected. We have to choose the number category, and here you can see the decimal place is written as 2. We have increased it to 3 and we have selected the cell as 100 and 150, and after clicking on OK button, now you can see after the decimal we have 3 digits, that is 000.000. Next we are selecting a range of values and we want the formatting to be done as labels. The earlier which we have done on 100.000 and 150.000, that was using decimals. Now here again, taking the format cell dialog box, we click on the text category and then click on OK. Now you will see that these numbers were to the right side. Now they have come to the left side. Next is our scientific. So we have typed here 0. So many zeros and then 14. So what we are doing is making it a little bold and making the size to be increased so that it is visible properly. After that we have to right click on this particular cell and choose the format cells option, or we can go to this option, that is in the cells group you can click on the format button and from there also you can choose the same option. Here we have done it with the help of right click by choosing the format cell dialog box, and here we have chosen the category as scientific. Click on OK. Now you can see here the number which was in the normal form has changed to the scientific form. It has become 1.40E08. Clear? Next we have is formatting on the date. Whatever date is written, right click on the format cells option. Format cell dialog box appears. Click on the date option. Now you can see so many date options are there. So we have selected this one. It has shown us like this. Again you can take any other, like here we have taken 14/3/12. So it will come in this form, that is 2 digits for the month, 2 for the year and 2 for the date. अगर आपकी 1 digit किया तो it will come as 1 date. Next is your time. So type any time, go to the number tab, choose the category as time, take any time option, that is time format, and it will be changed. Again you want to change, again go to the format cell dialog box. You can see here the different formats. We have taken of PM, hours, minutes, second, and PM or AM. So here the data has been changed, that is the content has been changed. Okay, so this was the formatting done with the help of time. So here we can take some more changes, we can make some more changes, that is by clicking on the time. We have the other options also, taking the AM or the PM or the hours, minutes or seconds. This way the date can be shown to the students or to any other person for whom the sheet is being maintained. And now we are taking the time as this one, that is hours, minutes and seconds, and without the AM or PM. Next we have is the fill handle, or you can say just first we are fill handle we'll discuss. The first we have is alignment. Right click, format cell dialog box open. This time we'll click on the alignment tab. You can see here alignment tab is highlighted. We have the horizontal alignment or the vertical alignment. By clicking on the format cell option, we have taken right indent in the horizontal. So the text is to the right side and that number is to basically we have taken it as the bottom, so it was at the bottom side. So here we have taken as top and center, so it has changed like this. Okay. After that we have the fill handle. Now you can see here we have 2 cells selected and this small dot which you see, if we drag it, so the numbers will come to us with the gap of 2. You can see here 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14. Like this the numbers are coming. After this we can do this with the help of text also. Suppose we have typed here January, then in the next cell February. Now we want that other cells should have the data automatically filled. So select the 2 cells first, click on the fill handle option, drag it downwards, and now you can see here Jan, Feb, March, April, May, June, July. Jahan tak whichever place you will drag it, that months will come. This was the normal fill handle, and we have learned in the book about the copying the fill handle formulas also. So we will just type a range of cells with some values in it, that is the numeric values. Then we will do the sum of those values with the help of sum function, and then we will try to copy that formula with the help of the fill handle. We have taken a range of values here, and here we have applied the sum function, that is copying the formulas using the fill handle. Equals to sum, start the bracket, first number is in G4, second number is in H4. So equals to sum in the brackets G4 to H4, close the parenthesis and press the enter key. The answer has come. Now we need not to type the formula for the other cells. Using the fill handle we have dragged, you can see the formula in the formula bar. Even if it is not in the cell which is highlighted, it is there in the formula bar. So we have dragged the formula and the formula has been copied.